Okay, so there's this little cute bug scattered. I never thought IFL people would say that, but okay. Oh, they're turning different colors. Oh, so you have to like take them at the right time. Okay, I get it. Oh, okay, I think I get it. So it like lights up above. Okay. Shouldn't the game have been about like the spelling bee or something? What are these hearts though? Oh, it's a score multiplier. Okay. Okay, so it seems like my Ladybug just killed itself and went to heaven. Understandable, my friend, but please don't. Okay, so what do we got here? So it's like a Pac-Man clan of some sorts. Why are some of the walls greened out? Oh, okay. You'll never get me alive, you bastards. Glitters. There's no enemies. Wait, what's this green countdown of doom? I'm scared. I'm scared. Where are you going, buddy? Why did I touch the skull? Am I stupid? So, this is Ladybug. It may look like a Pac-Man clone, but it actually plays really differently. So first of all, it takes quite a while before the bug spawns in, and we can see when that will happen exactly. Before you start the stage, you get a little screen telling you which letters it will spawn. Most of the time the letters are blue, and blue is what you need to get the multiplier hearts. It seems like it would be a huge waste of time to not get them right away. After about 7 seconds, they turn red for a split second, allowing you to pick up the special letters. Then they turn yellow for like 4 or 5 seconds, returning back to blue. It actually starts yellow briefly. So each early round kind of starts with a little build-up where all you're doing is looking at the best route to the blue hearts and assessing whether you can make it in time for the first cycle. Otherwise, you'll have to get the final heart in the last cycle. Missing it feels so bad, like, knowing all your points will be missing that final multiplier is like, grr. As you get to the later levels, this early phase will become a bit more ambiguous as bugs come out more quickly and are more aggressive. You won't always be able to reach them all on time, adding to this like risk-reward feeling. Okay, get this blue one. Okay, get this one. Can I still get that one? Fuck! Next cycle. To collect the red glitter, you'll actually want to preemptively be close to the blue one. It lights up short enough to be reactable, but only when you're like right next to it. Ideally, you'd be counting 7 seconds every single time for a while until you get the letter and get it like the moment you can, but it's a bit risky for little reward for me as a shitty player. What does it do when you get special? It says you'll get an extra credit, but if you get to confirm this. Is it a rumor? It's like a line to me. Anyway, after that, they go yellow for a bit, right? And that's when we can get extra letters instead. I have managed to get this far, and it will end the level preemptively and give you an extra life. Yay! Interestingly, while special requires a lot of letters, some of the letters overlap, like E and A. So if you miss the red one, you can go for the other E and A. Ideally though, you should route it so you can get either as quick as possible in a row if you don't have any of both. E and A also seem to spawn a lot more often than the others. This is good because I need more E in my life. No T, I told you, I'm not into you, stop coming back. In fact, are they messing with me? It's as if the game's deliberately designed to blue ball you at spawning the last special letters. I can't seem to just get it. Oh my lord. Okay, give me that A. No, Beetle. That is my A. Just give me that A. So basically, around the fundamentals, we have a set of secondary mechanics of types of collectibles set to a cycle of when they can be picked up. Involving RNG I don't know the workings of, requiring quick interpretation, and ensures we always have to adapt to the different placements, planning different routes, which will get messed up by the things more variable during their round, like enemy movement. Mess up your timing one, so you'll need to adapt your plans accordingly, because the blue ones light up the longest. Meanwhile, the red ones give the most points, blue the least, and yellow in between. And letters can't be gained in blue, only multipliers can. So not only does it give you the chance to first get the multipliers and try to quickly snatch a red letter at the end for a sort of combo, it's this constant push and pull of when you can get one if you're far away from stuff. requiring proper assessment of your movement speed, distance, and the enemy behavior. So unlike many other games where it's usually about quick succession score chain combos, these pickups are the main layer of skill that allows different players to gain vastly more points, but is also directly rewarded with a life and skipping the rest of the stage rather than a specific amount giving a life after scoring. While in a micro you are simply moving over the dots without getting caught by the monsters, you also have a clear but technically optional macro level goal of accumulated resources you keep working towards every stage, partially based on RNG, which feels very modern for a game that was released in wait, let me look that up. 1981 by Universal? I didn't even know they made arcade games. Oh, they did Mr. Do. Anyway, so these pickups are the most obviously standard aspects of the game, but trust me, the fundamentals are different too. But first, let's go over the main gimmick of these rotary gates. It's a conceptually extremely simple idea to add, and it's very interesting to fit in the Mace Chase move-over movement game formula, or whatever you want to call it. It isn't just a gimmick, it's a core mechanic. The rotary gates can be in two states, vertical or horizontal. This means we can approach them from 4 sides in 2 states, for 8 total. This then affects which side will be blocked off. Of course, we can also make little round turns, pushing it all the way back to where it was. Obviously, the point is that the enemies cannot go past the gates. It's a dynamic playground stage where you are in partial control of the layout. It is intuitive to read, yet in the heat of the moment, usually only to block off a singular enemy in my case. If you're smarter than me, however, you can set up more of the maze ahead in your favor. On Pac-Man, turning corners quicker allows you to get faster enemies off you. In this game, it's all about quick, well-timed manipulations of the gates and setting them up properly. If you're too late, the bug will go right through. Given enemies can approach you from different sides at once, there will be situations where, even for one immediate gate, it can be hard to assess which move to take at which point. Keep in mind that its controls are still the exact same as the movement itself. We need to approach or push from one side. With great power comes great responsibility, so it's a bit of a double-edged sword mechanic where sometimes you will actually screw yourself over. Other times you can use these to lure your enemies into the skulls. But the thing is that often, the enemies seem to really lust for the sweet release of death and just kind of kill themselves. Either that or they thought it was a nice snack or something. This resets the spawner timer. But when all 4 enemies are out, all 4 will be out forever when the last skull disappears. The skull also kind of replaces the power pellet, though there is an extra element. When all enemies are out, the fruit item in there will make the enemies stop dead in their tracks for you for a while. It's reminiscent of the effects of the items of Pac-Man Plus, but just less gimmicky. So given this, there actually is an interesting conflict of priorities they set up. Naturally, you're inclined to do the middle of the maze, its dots first. After all, then you're not so close to the spawner and can't be surrounded as easily. Oh my god, don't follow me! There we go. There, you just got turned black, you asshole! And there's my sweet, sweet eggplant emoji. Get out of the way, beetle bastard. I need that celery. There we go, there we go. The thing is, given that the fruit spawns not under the spawner but right in it, that means that while it can be hard to get back in there for the fruit stuns the enemies for a while, make it really easy to get those remaining inner dots. So what is the easiest part of the maze to do first depends. However, sometimes the letters may be in a tough spot or you may actually not have collected them yet, and using the fruit for those is actually really useful. And meanwhile, if all the enemies are out and one touches a skull, the next time it spawns, another fruit item will be there, which gives a nice amount of points. This seems to mean that through turning gates and moving to the right spots, trying to make less enemies kill themselves early on may actually help you risk something for more points later. It takes about the same amount of time for enemies to come out, so they have more of a one-at-a-time feel. You can visually see it wrap around the maze in a unique way at all times. Given the importance to the middle of the maze, and the fact that you already need to count your letters, it makes sense to have it and adds a little bit of anticipation. I mean, well, it seems like once all are out, that timer makes them faster and more aggressive when it reaches the next one, though I'm not exactly sure. Lastly, not only does it lack power pellets for that turning the tide feel, it lacks escape tunnels too. And that's all you got for the standout mechanics. The fundamentals are entirely different too. First of all, Pac-Man forces you to always pick a direction until you run into a wall. In Ladybug, you can just stop at any point. This also means that we cannot preemptively buffer our turning, so to speak. However, if we turn a corner when Ladybug sprite is about halfway through, it'll automatically push you forwards to turn you. Obviously, I do not have info on the enemy AI or how the RNG works, unlike with Pac-Man, which has been documented extensively. However, we can still see obvious general differences in enemy behavior. In Pac-Man, each ghost has a certain target tile when they're in chase mode. By having different types, the ghosts all have a sort of like role and personality, working together to get you. Otherwise, they will go into scatter mode, where each ghost will kind of hang around their respective home corner to make it feel like you're not constantly being chased. This is the only time where they're allowed to turn around suddenly within the same lane. Just in the case where Ladybug, they turn around all the time. Ladybug does not work like this at all. Enemies are scatter mode, kind of has them go back and forth a lot randomly, and then moving to a certain direction every now and then. But they'll suddenly decide to go in your direction, being more aggressive for a while. In Pac-Man, you are slower when you eat dots. In Ladybug, that doesn't happen. And quickly on in Ladybug, enemies are faster than you. This encourages more usage of the rotary gates, which really makes reading what you can and can't do and how to get the various enemies off your back an interesting endeavor with multiple answers, with past decisions snowballing into what you should do next. The difficulty curve also is a bit less linear, where some stages have much quicker response times for enemies all of a sudden. Some stages suddenly have way faster, more aggressive enemies, but then the next are a bit slower again. Each stage has 4 instances of a particular enemy, with each introducing a new one, and once all of them are introduced, they'll kind of mix and match enemies into the same stage. All of these mechanics promote a more tactical game. The enemy behavior actually really suits allowing you to balance the letters and gates. While it still has to sort of can make it in time and space reads, it is less about constantly reading ahead these different patterns of the ghosts and deciding where to go like Pac-Man. It involves a bit more like micro-tactics and routing of sorts. While the enemies overwhelm you in number and speed, your advantage is control over the board's rotary gates. So a lot is in your hands. It has less of a fast, high action feel in terms of your own movement, chafing off chasers like I have to do on a daily basis. More just feeling of planning your next move. Most of the sort of scary quick reflex moments come from quickly moving the rotary gates the right way back and forth. Given they go from chase to scatter mode in quite a bit of an odd manner, and not all seem to chase you all at once in the game, it allows for manipulating the gates in interesting ways. You'll also want to first get your enemies away from the middle so you can later get that fruit in the middle. Once they are in the middle, you'll want to lure them away again first, but oh no, maybe it's not in favor of your letter quest. There's just enough randomness and dynamics to keep you on your toes, but enough in your control for skill to really put you in your favor. It's surprisingly fun. It seems a bit nah if you do not go for the letters at first, but I think that was an intentional choice, as otherwise it might get too overwhelming to try to do both. I'm a bit disappointed in the presentation though. No cute little like transition screens, like those Pac-Man cutscenes are iconic. I also don't know about how much like the difficulty progresses. By some point, stuff's so fast and intense you really need to use those gates, and you can't always focus on the letters, which is why it's important that you don't miss early letters. I seriously recommend this one, but when would I get those stupid special letters? God damn it, I just can't. I can't get those damn letters. Okay, I guess it's time for a sports training montage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No! Okay, no, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. Yes! Yes! Oh my Oh my god, I'm a married ladybug. I'm a married ladybug. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a married ladybug. That's the end of the video. See you. And always remember, there is no need not to try as long as you can DIY.